And the first of the 4 wild card series is about to get underway at Progressive Field in Cleveland. The AL Central champion Guardians hosting their division rivals, the Detroit Tigers. Cleveland with the home field advantage throughout this best-of-3 series by virtue of their historic comeback, biggest ever to win a division, from 15.5 games behind Detroit on July 8th to winning the division over the Tigers by 1 game. It was a Detroit team that lost 8 out of 13 to Cleveland in the regular season, and the lack of offense a big reason why. Here's Gavin Williams, the 26-year-old right-hander with the biggest start of his career so far. Off a terrific regular season, particularly in the second half. His first pitch is hit in the air to left by Parker Meadows, a routine fly for Stephen Kwan. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Here's Gleyber Torres, hits the first pitch on the ground to short. Dug out by Arias, throws over, 2 pitches, 2 down.
.252 for Carpenter with 26 home runs.
And it's swung on, lined into right center. Another base hit for Gary Carpenter against Cleveland pitching. Booted out there by Rodriguez. Falls down. Carpenter goes to second. And Rodriguez with an error right off the bat. Rodriguez picked it up, booted it, and those are the little things that Cleveland cannot afford to do if they want to replicate the finish they had.
And a runner in scoring position for Detroit.
For the dangerous Spencer Torkelson.
Swinging the line drive, base hit into left field. Just over the outstretched glove of Arias. Carpenter coming home. The throw will go to second. Tigers take the 1-0 lead in the first.
On a bloop single into left field by Spencer Torkelson.
And again, Cleveland cannot afford to make mistakes.
Bottom of the first inning, the Guardians get ready to face for the 3rd time in 3 weeks. The Tarik Skubal.
As we know, the ace, one of the top pitchers in the American League.
Kwan .272 for the year. Kinstry in on the edge of the grass at third. It's chopped over the mound. Javier Baez on to Spencer Torkelson for the out.
Skubal faced Cleveland 4 times this year, was 1-1 with a .64 earned run average.
And then 100, and he struck him out with a high fastball.
Living up in his zone right there on righties, and he's getting those swings. Every other pitch will be really effective. 100 miles an hour up and in on the hands.
Jose Ramirez batting .283, hit 34 doubles, had 44 steals, knocked in 85.
Swing and a miss on the changeup. That was vintage Tarik Skubal in the first inning.
Only Kyle Manzardo and Tarik Skubal will face as a left-handed hitter after Stephen Kwan. Swung on, yanked to right field near the line, base hit. Cut off by Perez, he drops it, recovers, and Manzardo stays put. Left on left, Manzardo with a single near the right field line.
Arias, he hit .220 in the regular season with 11 home runs. Torkelson holds Manzardo, a chopper right to Baez. And they turn 2 with these, 6-4-3. And that gets Skubal quickly out of the second inning.
These 2 teams played in the division series and went 5 last year.
Bounding ball, base hit. That's the diving second baseman, Brian Rocchio. And Baez is aboard. The leadoff man is on for the first time for either side in this game.
Here's Parker Meadows, leadoff man, flied out. Runner stays, and he tried to backdoor, missed with a curveball.
You can see Williams animatedly asking Shane Livensberger where it missed, and he indicated it was outside.
And now Detroit has the big boys coming up with men at first and second, and nobody out. Torres grounded out his first time up. Swung on, grounded to short. Arias to second, 1. Rocchio turned the double play.
A 6-4-3 double play.
Gavin Williams with a mammoth double play ball after he'd fallen behind in the count.
That is a terrific middle of the infield defensively. Williams trying to get out of the inning unscathed if he can dispatch Carpenter.
He singled, went to second on the air, and then scored the game's only run. Swing and a miss. Got him with a cutter in on the thumbs. What a job by Gavin Williams. Brian Rocchio, last time we saw him, he was pounding the right field foul pole with a crowd shaking walk-off homer as Cleveland won the division title on Sunday with that incredible 10th inning comeback.
Rokiel swings and misses for strike 3. Skubal makes quick work of him. 1-0 Detroit. We're in the home half of the third in Cleveland. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts through 8 hitters for Skubal.
Now the 3-0 outside. How about that? Tarik Skubal walks a 161 hitter on 4 pitches. Maybe he is human. Here is Stephen Kwan.
He hits it to the opposite field. They were perfectly positioned.
Kwan lines out to end the third. The walk does no harm.
Skubal has allowed just 1 hit.
Change up, a little tapper toward the second baseman Torres, and Martinez beats it out. Without a throw.
That meant it was going slowly enough for Martinez to reach safely with an infield single. Now Jose Ramirez with Martinez at first. Came in hitting .333 in his career in 36 at-bats against Skubal.
Fastball inside. Ball 4. And the first 2 men are on for Cleveland here in the 4th on an infield hit and a walk.
Well, you know you won't have many opportunities against Skubal. The Guardians are building one here with Jonathan Rodriguez coming to the plate.
And a nasty changeup for strike 3. Rodriguez dispatched on 3 pitches for the first down of this 4th inning.
0-2 swing and a miss. 100 away. Fastball, fastball, fastball for strike 3.
So the walk to Ramirez and 6 straight strikes since.
Skubal in his first real jam of the game trying to work out of it. And Arias chops it off the plate behind the mound. Skubal grabs it, picks it up, throws home. Coming home Martinez, and he's out at the plate.
And they will undoubtedly take a look at this one.
Sean, I thought he got his hand in there right before the tag was put on.
Looked to fairly comfortably have his hand across the plate. And the call is overturned, and Cleveland has tied the game at 1.
It goes as an infield single for Gabriel Arias, and he collects an RBI thanks to the hustle of Angel Martinez. So they do leave Jose Ramirez at third base, and Gabriel Arias stays at first base.
And Cleveland has tied it, and now Rokiel trying to give them the lead. He bunts. Skubal made that play cleanly, and he had to have it. That was not an easy play. Fielded it with the glove.
Dingler bounced to short his first time up as Williams goes right back to it.
Swing and a miss at a sweeper. Dingler strikes out. That's 3 in a row for Williams. Back to last inning. He's fanned 4 of the last 5. And he's set down 6 straight Tigers in all.
Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to center. Martinez battling, and he makes the catch into the sun. Javier Baez, the batter.
And Javi Baez has a base hit. Javier with 2 singles to the opposite field.
Here's his 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Runner was on the move, but it doesn't matter. Side retired.
Over the previous 2 innings, Williams has thrown 25 pitches. 22 of them were strikes. Facing Riley Green, who drives one toward right center, and that's going to be in for a hit. Bouncing all the way to the wall. It's a leadoff double for Riley Green.
That's a monster hit right there. That's a pitch as a lefty, and Riley Green, he's looking for that one down. What a swing. What a start here. They needed that one big time.
Winsel Perez has flied out, struck out, and it's ripped to first off the glove of Noel. Caroms to second. Rokiel's throw. The splits by Noel, and everybody's safe. He caught it, but he went to the splits on the bag at first. And Noel going back to first had plenty of time, but his foot came off the bag. Boy, Cleveland's defense with John Kenzie Noel and Jonathan Rodriguez has really hurt them here in game 1.
And Williams departs. A well-deserved warm ovation. 88 pitches thrown by the big right-hander. Hunter Gaddis, the big right-hander, is the new pitcher.
Boy, this has been that area for the Tigers down the stretch. Men in scoring position, miserable in the month of September.
But dropped down by Zach McKinstry. Noel will go to first, and Detroit takes the lead. It brings in Green off the bat of McKinstry, and it's 2-1 Detroit.
Their 6th sack bunt of the season.
Baseball's postseason is underway with a pitcher's duel. Still Tarik Skubal on the mound, 10 strikeouts.
Check swing, went too far. Fastball got him. 11th strikeout for Skubal.
Wow. Another one at 100 miles per hour. 3 straight strikeouts. He's fanned 4 of the last 5. He's put down the last 9 Guardian hitters. Up to 95 pitches. Tarik's been over 100 pitches only 3 times this year. His high is 105. But that's 101, and he strikes out the side in the 7th inning.
13th strikeout ends the 7th. We head to the 8th inning in Cleveland in the game 1 of the wild cards.
Skubal with 13 strikeouts. That matches his best. He did it against Cleveland back in May.
Noel just completely overmatched. 5 strikeouts in a row, 8 of the last 9.
Tarik Skubal's 14 strikeouts ties the Tigers' franchise record for most strikeouts in a postseason game.
Hedges drew a walk back in the 3rd inning.
Down low, he walked him again. Oh, you know Skubal's man. Walking a 161 hitter, batting 9th in the lineup.
There's a runner for Hedges at first base.
Quan 0 for 3.
Cleveland has 3 hits. They haven't had one since the 4th inning. 2 of the 3 hits infield hits. Back to the mound. Off the glove of Skubal, who throws to first to get Quan.
Nice play right there just to knock the ball down. Yeah, he knows that he comes up with that. It would have been a double play. But nonetheless.
That will be the end of the day for Tarik Skubal. A spectacular start.
Ace performance. This guy's been absolutely incredible all year.
Will Vest is coming on. He had an up and down year for the Tigers.
He inherits Halpin, the pinch runner.
Cleveland trailing Detroit 2-1. Bo Naylor will pinch hit for Angel Martinez.
Hit down to first, and a routine play made by Torkelson. Skubal still in position for a win.
Spencer Torkelson 1 for 3, an RBI single.
As we go to the 9th, he hits Spencer Torkelson with the first pitch.
That's not the way you want to start there. Fastball just got away, ran inside. For the Tigers, you're going to take that.
And that's ball 4 down and in. Well, Smith, who's been fantastic, particularly down the stretch, hits one and walks one. Here's Perez. They're expecting a bunt, and they get the bunt. And Smith throws to first. Sacrifice 1-3. Torkelson to 3rd. Green to 2nd with 1 out.
Now the infield in for Dylan Dingler. He has struck out twice, 0 for 3. Swinging a flare towards 2nd. Diving grab by Rocchio. In on the grass. He charged, laid out, and on that broken bat flare made a terrific diving catch. Runners still at 2nd and 3rd, and Zach McKinstry, who laid down the safety squeeze bunt to give Detroit the lead in the 7th.
Swing and a miss.
Dug out by Naylor, throws to first. What a job by Cade Smith.
And Will Vest trying to save it for Tarik Skubal. Here's Ramirez.
Can Cleveland continue the trend? Saturday, Sunday. Walk-off wins to beat Texas and win the American League Central Division title. Swung on, banged up the middle. Diving stop by Baez from his knees. Throw to first in the dirt. Got away from Torkelson. Rolls down the right field line. Hosey hits 2nd. He's on his way to 3rd.
And he's going to make it standing up.
How about that? A great diving effort behind 2nd by shortstop Javi Baez. And Hosey always running all out all the time.
He knew he was getting to 3rd base right when that ball got away. Wow, what a huge turn of events.
Is now the tying run at 3rd with nobody out.
The infield in. George Valero, left-handed hitter, is up to bat for Jonathan Rodriguez. Vest 2-2 pitch. He struck him out. Nasty changeup.
But look at this changeup. Looks like a heater coming out of the hands. Falls off the zone. What a comeback by Vest to get that first out. Still not out of the woods yet.
Here's Manzardo.
1 for 3 with a single, but struck out twice.
Chopper back to the mound. They have Ramirez in a rundown. Vest tags him out for the 2nd out of the 9th inning. So Cleveland had a runner at 3rd with nobody out. Ramirez, the tying run there here in the bottom of the 9th. Now it's a runner at 1st and 2 outs.
Great job by Will Vest. Ramirez broke home on the ground ball back to the mound. Will Vest played it perfectly.
What a change of events in this game.
C.J. Kafis is going to hit.
So another rookie is put up there with the game on the line.
Kafis got into 44 games in the regular season. Swings and pops it up. Shallow left. Baez out. He makes the catch. His error proves not to be costly. And the Detroit Tigers take game 1 of this American League Wild Card Series.
Man on third, nobody out in the bottom of the 9th. The potential tying run at third, and Will Vest works out of it. What a job.
That's fantastic.
The Guardians came in rolling, the Tigers reeling. But A.J. Hinch said, we start anew, and they start with a win in this postseason.